going to leave the door cracked because we do have another student joining us. Let's see. Let's find a comfortable seat. Maybe invitation to sit on a bolster or maybe a seated blanket or something where your hips are elevated up over your knees. It helps lengthen your spine and it helps you get a full breath in. So find your comfortable seat, whatever that means to you. And let's begin to connect and come within. Sorry, I'm trying to learn this speaker system. Closing your eyes, begin to bring your awareness to your breath, drawing up and down the length of your spine. The full moon was the other day. Full expression. We're also in the season of Leo. A season of boldness, passion, fire, creativity. The season is a very full season, a very busy season, whether it's activities, gathering, communal, or maybe just a lot is happening in life. You just can't seem to maybe catch a breath because every aspect is continuing to move around you. We're also at the peak of the Pitta season, peak of summer season when it's really hot out. Some days we feel an abruptness of burnout. And typically the mid-afternoon, where it just seems like all of our energy has been exhausted and we may need a nap. We may just need to break away from it. It's the boldness, it's the radiance of the season, the fullness of the season. Today, for the next hour, I want you to use this fullness that is happening within the outside world to make it a reason to connect within. You showed up to your mat today for whatever reason that may be, for whatever intention. Let this be the time to find that fullness and that boldness within yourself. Now, as you continue to keep your awareness with your breath, on your next inhale, really bring your attention to the bottom lobes of your lungs as you inhale. Take a big, full breath in. However long that takes you. Once you're at the top, maybe hold it at the top. And then you just let it all out. Release that fullness. But also be a part of that fullness. Inhale into the bottom of your lungs, really fill up. Feel that fullness within inside you as you breathe in the prana and that life force. And you exhale it all out. As you continue to connect and deepen your breath, I invite the next time you inhale to bring a count to your breath, working our way towards equal part breathing. So once you're on your inhale and you begin to count, maybe it only takes you 4 or 5 counts. Whatever that number is, try and have that match for your exhale. Maybe it's 4 or 5. On your exhale out. Try and find that equal length between both inhale and exhale. Let yourself, let your body be your guide on your inhales and exhales. If you need a little visual stimulation of sorts, continue to trace your awareness up and down your spine. Continuing to breathe down deep inside those low lungs, and the low lobes of your lungs. Centering ourselves and beginning this inward retreat from the fullness, from the outside world, to come inside, to find and connect to the fullness within. Couple more big breaths in and out. Continue to stay within yourself in this presence. Maybe this next hour or so is time for practice of being that witness, seeing what comes up, and you just observe and watch how when we're in our postures and we infuse our postures with our breath, how very much it is connected, body, breath, and mind. Let's do one more big inhale and exhale. Trace the length of your spine into the bottom lobes of your lungs. Now on your next inhale, let's draw our arms long up overhead, beginning to include our side bodies, reaching our spine long. On your next exhale, twist to the right. Left hand comes to your right knee. Your right hand kickstands behind. We're not going to be here for too long. Just introducing intentional breath-body connection, movement to this time and space. On your next inhale, both arms come up long, up overhead. Release from the twist. And begin to find a root twist to the left side. Your right hand comes to your left knee, your left hand kickstands behind you. Another big breath in and out. And this twist. On your next inhale, draw your arms long overhead, release from your twist. And bring your right hand to the right side beside you. Begin to slide your right hand out, maybe bend into that elbow. Keep that left hip glued and breathe into the rib basket on your left side. Really feel that interwovenness of your muscles, your tendons, your bones, even your lungs and your heart, how it's connected. On your next inhale, both hands come up overhead, release from the side, bend, and go to the other side. Left hand or right hand beside you. Slide your hand a little bit further away, bend into that elbow. And reach a little bit further with that arm up overhead. Keep that opposite hip grounded down. Bring your awareness into your rib basket, your rib cage, and that interconnectedness of that woveness of everything. Inhale, both hands up overhead again, release from that bend. Now bring your hands to touch. Bring them to your heart center. Close your eyes. Take this moment to set an intention for your practice. There's a lot of fullness and boldness happening in the energy right now. With the full moon, with it being Leo. I invite this space to be a retreat within, to find the fullness within. To take a break from the fullness of all the gatherings and activities in life that may just be happening right now. Set your intention for practice. Now I'd like to continue to open our practice with one round of Om, if you you'd like to join me, please do. Take a collective inhale together. Collective exhale. And an inhale for all. Now let's make our way onto our hands and knees. We're gonna open up our low back in child's pose to begin with a few breaths. If your knees are tight and uncomfortable, I offer you to keep your hips high, walk your hands forward, and bring your chest and your forehead down towards the ground. Maybe bring your block in between your hands or your arms and rest your forehead down onto the ground. If child's pose is comfortable for your knees, go right forward and send your hips back towards your heels. Through this class of slow flow to restore, treat it as a retreat of going within. I will not be talking much outside of guiding us in and out of the postures. So let this time be for you. 2 more breaths in and out. On your next inhale, begin to walk your hands back underneath your shoulders. Return to tabletop. You can remove your block from your mat, set it off towards the side. Once you're in your tabletop, you have your neutral spine, wrists underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips. Begin to flow into some gentle cows and cats. On your inhales, let that drop your belly, lift your gaze, lift your tailbone, shine your chest forward. On your exhales, you push away the ground, arch your spine, and really bring your gaze back towards your pubic bone. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your gaze, and your tail. Going to the ebb and flow of your breath. Let's do about 5 more here. Feels about 5 breaths. Once you come out of your last cat, find a neutral spine. Flat back. Bring your right foot in between both hands, coming into a low lunge with your left knee on the ground. I invite either folding your mat if you need, or using a blanket underneath your knee. Once you find that comfortable spot for your left knee, because that will stay grounded, begin to lift up. Maybe you keep your hands on your right knee. Little pulses if that calls to your body right now, if that calls to your energy. Here in another breath, we'll find stillness in Anjaneyasana. Sink your hips, find your stillness, stretching your hip flexors and your psoas, and on your inhale, if you'd like, invite your hands into this posture, lift them up overhead. Draw your pinkies in towards one another, engage the energy line on the back side of your arms, outside of your shoulders. 2 more breaths. Now on your next exhale, bring both of your hands to either side of your right foot. Maybe bring your blocks with you. We're going to straighten our right leg. We'll come into Ardha Hanumanasana, half splits pose. The blocks will bring the ground closer to you. Keep your torso, keep your spine longer so you can breathe easier. Let your breath infuse this posture. Your right leg can be as bent or as straight as you need. Just make sure your hips are squared in alignment with you. Relax your head down. 2 more breaths here. On your next inhale, bend into your right knee again. Bring your blocks with you up towards the front of your mat, off towards the side. Bring your left hand down to the ground. Right knee will step back behind you. I guess we're coming back into tabletop. I made that. Sorry about that. Rotate on your left knee so your left foot comes out beside you. Right leg is gonna come long towards the back of your space. And now your right arm will draw up long overhead. Modified side plank. You got there. Reaching forward with your right hand, grounding down into the knife edge with that right foot. Two more breaths here. Keep pushing your hips forward. At the bottom of your next exhale, gently rotate back through tabletop. Right knee returns, right hand returns to the ground. Once we're back in tabletop, bring your left foot forward, coming into Anjaneyasana on this side. To a low lunge. Maybe you can bring your blocks with you in the beginning to find that width as you get into your hip flexor and your psoas. Once you find your depth, maybe a little pulse is called to you on this side, if you did on the other, you can do that. Now on your next breath, find your stillness. And if you'd like to engage your arms, lift them up overhead on your inhale. Rotate your PVs in towards one another. Engage backs of your arms, shoulders down away from your ears. 3 more breaths in this posture. On your next exhale, both hands come down. Maybe they find your blocks and they come with you. Straighten your left leg. Ardha Hanumanasana, half splits pose. Left leg straight, both hips square with one another. Left leg can be as bent as you need it to. Relax your head down. One more full round of breath here. On your next inhale, bend into that left knee, come back into your lunge. Both hands on either side of that left foot. Left foot steps back and bring it to tabletop again. We're going to find that modified side plank on this side. Right hand stays down. Rotate your right knee so your right foot comes out beside you. Left leg long towards the back of your space. And then your left arm up and over. Beautiful. Whatever side you didn't do, the other. Now have the hand come towards the front of the room. Open up that left side of your body. 3 more breaths here. And keep that hand, that lifted hand engaged. Knife edge of that foot engaged as well. On your next exhale, rotate your way back through. Left hand comes down to the ground. The back of the tabletop. Find puppy pose once more. Maybe if it calls to you, I invite bringing blocks with you to have your hands elevated. You might feel good on your shoulders if you want to explore this. It's where we were earlier, with our hips staying over our knees. You bring your hands on top of your blocks. Bring your chest down towards the ground. Maybe your forehead meets. Get into the armpits a little bit. About 3 breaths. On your next inhale, lift on up and back to tabletop. Let's tuck our toes and find our way into down dog. Send our hips high. We're going to be here for about 10 breaths. So maybe for the first 5, find your movement. Maybe you pedal your feet out, opening up the rivers down the backs of your legs, really shining your rays from the palms of your hands out, just extensions of your heart chakra. That fullness that radiates within you. And then find some stillness and you are still in movement. Finish the round of breath that you're on here. And on your next inhale, lift your right leg up towards the sky, 3-legged dog. If it calls to you, rotate your ankle around in one direction. Open up your hip, bend your knee, and maybe do a big circle in one direction. Bend the other. Return back to 3-legged dog. Square your hips now. One full breath here. Find that length. Lift that right foot up a little bit higher. And on your exhale, right foot comes through, low lunge. Faces between your right hands. Or between both hands. Keep your left hand on the ground, and on your inhale, right hand twists open towards the sky. Be here about 3 breaths. Try and keep your hip in line with your knee. Sometimes it likes to pick up and push out. Now on your next exhale, return your right hand down to the ground. Now begin to walk both of your hands to the side of your mat. We're coming into wide-legged forward fold towards the side of your space. Beautiful. Have your head hang heavy here. This won't be the first time in this posture. This is the first time, however. We're going to hold each time for about 10 breaths, resetting our spinal column, root chakra above our head. And I guess what I'm inviting is if you know how to do a headstand, you'll have time if you'd like to explore. Not going to cue it or teach it, just want to let you know when you have the time. About 5 more breaths on this side. Head hangs heavy, mind pours out. Let's have one more round of breath here, really full, fill up. And at the bottom of your next exhale, begin to walk your hands back to frame your right foot. So you're coming back to a low lunge at the front of your space. Stay on the ball of your left foot. And on your inhale, slowly rise up into crescent. Hips and shoulders square to the front of the room. Pinkies roll in, energetically reaching for one another. Engaging the back of your arms. Your feet are grounded, yet lifting. 3 more breaths. To help with balance, have your feet come a little bit wider. If you feel like you're having some sway. 1 more full round in. And on your exhale, both hands come down to frame your right foot. Right foot step back to meet left plank pose. Hold for 2 breaths here. Pull your belly button in towards your spine. And on your next exhale, drop down to your knees, drop down to your chest and to your chin. Keep that curvature in your spine and your low back. And on your inhale, slither your way forward, baby cobra. And on your exhale, lower down. We'll do this 3 times. Inhale, lift up, use the muscles of your lower spine. And exhale, lowers you down. 2 more times. Inhale, lift up. And on your exhale, lower down. 1 more time. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, lower down. Now inhale, push up through tabletop or plank. We'll find our way back to down. I'll do the other side. Tuck your toes, send your hips high. Find your stillness. On your next inhale, left leg high to the sky. 3-legged dog. Rotate your ankle around in one direction and the other. Bend your knee, maybe do a big hip circle in one direction. And of course the other. Once you feel complete with that, return back to your 3-legged dog. Square your hips. 1 more full round of breath. See if you can lift that left leg any higher. And on your exhale, left foot comes forward for lunge. Keep your right hand down onto the ground, and on your inhale, left arm towards the sky. And 3 breaths here. Make them full, endless twist. Infuse your posture with your breath. And on your next exhale, left hand lowers down to the ground. And now begin to walk your hands towards the middle of your mat, coming to a wide-legged forward fold on the other side. We'll be here for another 7-ish, 10 breaths or so. Resetting the nervous system. Letting the heart flush the mind. your hands back underneath your face. You'll walk your hands back towards your left foot, coming into a low lunge in the front of your mat space again. Stagger your feet so they're not in line with one another. Prepare to lift on up, coming into crescent lunge. Ball of your right foot, left. Grounded down, bending your left knee. Hips and shoulders spread to the front of the room. Shoulders away from your ears. Curl your pinkies in towards one another. Got 3 more breaths here. And on your next exhale, both hands come down. Frame your left foot. Right foot steps up to meet left. Uttanasana, standing forward, fold at the front of your space. Now grab a hold of each elbow with your hands. Ragdoll here. Bend into your knees if that calls to you for gentle entrance into your hamstrings. Sway back and forth. Find stillness if you're in movement. One more round of breath here. Now on your inhale, release from your elbows, hands to your shins. Lift up, halfway lift, flat back. And on your exhale, forward fold. Maybe with straighter legs this time, coming a little bit more into the hamstrings. Let's do that one more time. Lift up, halfway lift, flat back. And exhale. Now sink your hips, bring your body into your pose. Weight into the back of your feet. Hands come up overhead, comfortable for your shoulders. If you need, maybe your hands come to your heart center. Weight in the back of your feet, hips back. About 3 breaths. Now let's bring our hands to meet at front of heart center. And on your next exhale, twist to the right. Left elbow to the outside of the right knee. 3 breaths here in this twist. And at the bottom of your next exhale, fold forward. Uttanasana, both hands meet the ground. Now let's step our left foot back. Step it at a 45-degree angle. And on our inhale, we'll lift up into warrior 1. Shoulders and hips square to the front of the room. Ground it down into the left foot this time. 3 breaths here. On your next inhale, pivot your left foot a little bit wider, so we're at a 90-degree angle now, warrior 2. Bend into that right knee, your body's open to the side of your space. 3 more breaths here. And on your next exhale, cartwheel your hands down, bringing your right foot. Left foot steps up to meet right, Uttanasana in front of your space. Inhale, lift up, halfway lift, flat back. And on your exhale, pull forward. And sink your hips, return to chair. 3 more breaths here. Weight in the back of your feet. hands to touch in front of your heart center and twist to the left. Right elbow to the outside of your left knee. Total of 3 breaths here. 2 more. Now release from the twist. Both hands come down back to Uttanasana, forward fold. Now your right foot steps back at 45-degree angle. Right foot steps back about a 45-degree angle. Whole foot comes down to the ground. And on your inhale, lift on shoulders and hips square to the front of the room. Arms up overhead. Total about 3 more breaths. Now let's find warrior 2. Pivot your right foot so it's at about a 90-degree angle. Keep a bend in that left knee. Just open up to the side of the room now. Arms long, parallel towards the ground. Reaching in opposite directions. 2 more full breaths here. On your next exhale, cartwheel your hands down, frame your left foot. Left foot steps back to your right. Plank pose just for a moment. Come down towards your knees or onto your knees. Find puppy pose or child's pose. Got 3 breaths here. On your next inhale, lift back on up. On the tabletop, tuck your toes, down dog once more. On your next exhale, walk your feet towards your hands, Uttanasana at the front of your space. Now, you can keep your hands here, keep your hands right here. And on your inhale, using your hamstring and your glute on your right leg, begin to lift your right leg up towards the sky. Stand in split pose. Balance on your left foot. Both hands down on the ground, maybe with your blocks to bring the ground closer. One more full breath in. And on your next exhale, bend into that left knee. Bring your right toes back behind you so you're in a low lunge now. And then begin to heel toe your left foot over to the right side of your space. Pigeon pose. This is not comfortable. I would actually recommend for you to get on your back. And then inhale, shine your chest forward. And on your head, exhale. Forward, finding your pigeon pose. So coming onto your back, I don't think this we could. Then onto your back. About 3 more breaths. Next inhale. If you're in sleeping pigeon, lift up, bring your hands underneath your shoulders, lift on up. Come back to the down dog. And then for you, if you want to just switch your legs. Okay. Coming back to down dog. On the bottom of your next exhale, bring your feet towards your hands, Uttanasana. Using your hamstring and your glute on your left leg. Lift your left leg up and back, standing split squeeze. Balancing on that right leg. You do hip square the front. 2 breaths in. Gentle bend into that right knee. Your left toes land behind you, so you're in a low lunge. And then heel toe your right foot over to the right or left side of your space. Finding a sleeping pigeon. Before you settle on down, shine your heart looking forward. Maybe lift your gaze, and on your exhale, bend forward. Melt into this pose. Once again, infuse your breath in this posture. Two more full breaths here. Now, if you're in sleeping pigeon, bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Lift on up on your inhale, and let's just swing our left leg out in front of us, come to our bum. If we're on our back, let's release our left leg, come to a seat. This is where I like our bolster to come into play. We're going to do supported fish and for a heart opener. And also to get our legs involved, we're going to do butterfly posture. So at the base of your spine, bring your bolster long ways behind you so it's going to go all the way along your spine. And bring the soles of your feet together. Your knees come wide. And when you're ready, with your intention and attention, just slowly begin to lower on back. Lower on back. Maybe make any adjustments if you need. If you'd like a different bolster, just let me know. It's too hard, too small, too big, too anything. We're going to be here for about 4 minutes. Settle in. Once again, retreat from the fullness that's happening all around us. Connect with that fullness that is within. outside of your thighs. Close your legs as if they were a book. Begin to roll off to one of your sides to get off of the bolster. Gently just reach behind you, shove the bolster off to the side. Come down to your back. Just take a moment, take one breath here. And then we're not completely onto our spine. I want us to do a seated twist before Shavasana. So when you're ready, lift on up. Come to a seat. Bring your bolster with you. We're going to have our knees, our legs in kind of a funny shape. We nailed it. And then to your right hip, you're going to bring your bolster long ways going away from you. And then before we lay down, either hand on the side of the bolster. You're going to twist to where your chest comes towards the bolster and either ear can land, whatever's comfortable. So when you're ready, lower on down, your chest down towards the bolster. If you'd like to deepen your twist, you would put your left ear down. If you want to include your neck into it. I'll let you know when we're about halfway through. If you want to switch your ear. Switch your ear for your twist. Go right forward at this time. We're about halfway through on this side. When you're ready to switch sides, go ahead and lift on up. Switch the cross of your legs, switch your bolster. If you'd like to switch sides, go ahead and do that. This is your practice, your time. And once again, yourself to get away from all of the fullness that's happening outside. This is our time to connect to the fullness that resides with each and every one of us. About 2 more breaths on this side. You're complete with that final exhale. Sit on up, come to a comfortable position. Close your eyes and do a pranayama before we settle into our Shavasana. We'll only be here about 8 rounds of breath. All right, let's do 6 rounds. dominant hand, bring in your pointer finger and your middle finger into the palm of your hand. Your thumb and your ring finger land on either side of your nostril. I'm going to do alternate nostril breathing. Take a collective inhale, collective exhale. Plug your right nostril, inhale left. Plug your left nostril, exhale right. Inhale right nostril. Plug your right, exhale left. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. Let's have that be our final one. Relax your hand. Find your way into Shavasana. Come down onto your spine. Have your legs come long. Take up space. Let the ground support you in all of your fullness. Everything that you are. I'll let you know when it's time to come back. So retreat within. rotate your ankles and your wrists around. Maybe a full body stretch calls to you, arms long overhead. When you're ready, roll off to one of your sides. Join me in a comfortable seat whenever and if you like. I'd like to close practice with a love and kindness blessing. It's 3 parts. The first one we say for ourselves as the individual. Draw your hands to your heart center. We say this for ourselves. May I be happy. May I be free from pain and suffering. May I be peaceful and full of bliss. The second portion of the blessing is for someone else, someone you care dearly about, or someone you know that just needs extra love and kindness right now. And with them in your mind's eye, we say this for them. May you be happy. May you be free from pain and suffering. May you be peaceful and full of bliss. And lastly, we say this for all of us, all living beings, as we are all connected. We say this for us. May we all be happy. May we all be free from pain and suffering. May we all be peaceful. And may we all be full of bliss. I'd like to seal our practice with one round of Om if you'd like to join me. Let's take a big inhale for Om. The light in me sees and honors the light in you beautiful yogis and this world. From my heart to yours. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you.
This teacher, what do we do with these towels and stuff?